Alfred the Great. The year is 878, and King Alfred of Wessex is meeting with his supporters from 3 counties to launch a crucial attack on the Danes by Guthrum. Scene 1, the woods in Wessex.
Loyal people of Wiltshire, Somerset and Hampshire, the heathen Danes have us all but beaten. It is up to us to turn the tide.
We pledge to fight to the death.
Our messengers have found Guthrum and his men by Eddington.
We are ready. Let us do battle.
Scene 2, Eddington the battle.
Sound the retreat. Make towards our Chippenham stronghold.
The Danes retreat.
Guthrum, you can run, but you cannot hide.
The Saxons pursue the retreating Danes. Scene 3, Danish stronghold surrounded by Saxons. The Saxons have laid siege to the Danes for 4 days.
Like Somerset cheddar and a cider. Yeah.
The suffering Danes look hungrily out. A white flag appears, and the Saxons cheer. Scene 4, King Alfred's court. Following the surrender of the Danes, Guthrum and his chiefs have baptized.
You know the terms agreed, Guthrum?
We thank you for sparing our lives, good king. We will live as Christians. We will learn Latin. We will return to East Anglia.
Yeah, you can keep it.
We will live in peace.
And so the tide was turned, and King Alfred the Great, saved England and went on to make many great reforms.
As the sun leaves the sky and long cold shadows cover the ground in a wood comprising of bird cherry trees, oak, ash and hazel, you may chance hear the sorrowful wails of young children penetrating the growing damp air. Their mournful and pitiful cries are often heard through the gathering gloom. Distressed travellers have searched in vain to find and comfort the young owners of such anguished calls. Those woodland walkers are doomed to abandon their fruitless quests, to be left only with haunted memories. The Wailing Woods did once give up 2 small bodies, found at the foot of an oak tree where, legend has it, the bodies had been covered with leaves by robins, so moved at the pitiful sight of these 2 babes clinging to one another in death. In 1879, that tree was reputedly struck by lightning and destroyed. Those babes, had they lived, were orphans in the care of an uncle at a place called Griston Hall, and due to inherit their father's fortune once they came of age. Their untimely deaths meant the inheritance passed to the person who had been entrusted with their care. Infamy most foul. The story tells of 2 thugs hired by the uncle to take the children into the woods near Griston Hall and dispatch them there. One of the cutthroats murdered the other, perhaps to rob him of his half of the bloody fee, and then abandoned his intended victims to a more terrifying and lingering death. Left to wander, crying out in fear for some comfort, some small succour, before finding a final resting place together, dying of exposure and starvation, wrapped only in each other's arms. There are also accounts of white wraiths flitting from tree to tree as darkness falls in what is now known as Wayland Woods. Yes, you may well know this place. And the story of those babes in the wood can be seen depicted in wood carvings in Griston Hall, a grisly memory of a gruesome time and an iniquitous ancestor. Proof? You wish for proof? Look to the village signs of Griston and Watton, where you will find this most terrible of malevolent tales commemorated.
The Steamroller Man's Story by Harry J. Rowland and George Hay. Good morning. Oblige with a match, sir? Thanks. Mind if I take a few more? It's always a bit of a job, sir, to get this here backer to draw. I can tell by the smell of your pipe, sir, as you know's the right sort to smoke. Thank you, sir. I should smoke this myself, sir, if I wasn't so horrible broke. Engineering jobs ain't what they was, sir. In the days, but I ain't going to brag, when in front of me roller, I'd always a man, sir, to carry a flag. One day the task was entrusted to a flagman, the name of Jeff. Careless bloke, sir, but hard-working, and all right, except he were deaf. One day we was working as usual, when I heard, sir, a sort of a grunt. Then we jolted a bit, and I looked, sir, but I couldn't see old Jeff in front. Then I thought of his being deaf, sir, and I trembled just like a leaf. For I guess, sir, he'd been extra careless, and somehow it got underneath. He lay in the road, I thought dead, sir, but he moved. I was thankful for that. But bless you, sir, I was a staggered when I see as I'd rolled him out flat. Yes, sir, flattened him out like a pancake, all thin like you understand, as broad as a dozen like you, sir, but only as thick as your hand. At first, sir, he seemed a bit stunned like, and he laid in the road there and grinned. So I helped him up, then started home, sir. Lord, I did have a job with the wind, for the breeze kept a catching him broadside and taking him up like a kite. And I had to hold on like grim death, sir, to stop him from taking flight. His family at home, they were not, sir, and you should have heard his wife. She said she'd sooner go home to her mother and live with a freak all her life. But they took him, sir, into the parlour and propped him against the wall. And they wanted to put him to bed, sir, but they couldn't think how to at all. Then I thought of folding him up, sir. I had to think everything out. And next morning we got a hot iron, sir, and ironed his creases out. And we watched him get thinner for months, sir, as each evening round him we sat. You see, sir, he lived on flatfish, sir, and even his voice was flat. Well, I worried myself what to do, sir, but it wasn't no good to talk. At last, sir, an idea had struck me, and next day I takes Jeff for a walk. And we walked down the road to the yard, sir, where the roller had always stood. And Jeff props himself up on his thin end, sir, and stays like it as well as he could. We knew it was kill or cure, sir, so I shakes hands, sir, and says goodbye. And as I climbed onto the engine, I wiped, sir, a tear from my eye. Then I starts her right over Jeff, sir, and the very next thing I see was the roller had rolled out Jeff, sir, to the shape as he used to be. Pleased? I should think he was, sir, though some of the blokes was annoyed. Jeff, sir, he's carrying a flag, sir, along her the unemployed. He got the sack when they stopped our flags, but as well as he's ever been. You can take my word that it's true, sir, the word, sir, of truthful Jim. Bye-bye, my lovelies. Bye-bye.
Tonight at this theatre, we have for your entertainment a melodrama, a tale that swims in a pool of truth. Story, legend, and indeed laughter. An account delivered in poetic form of a dastardly man and his evil wife. I set the scene. It was 1831, in the year of our Lord William IV. 8 miles as the crow flies from the abbey town of St. Edward, in a settlement known as Wolf Pit. Named as it was, for the pit dug deep at the edge of the forest to capture and kill those predators. That, patrons, is where this woeful tale is played out. The Sergeant's Wife.
The sergeant, the first reporter, beat his wife more than he ought to. He bragged to all that chose to hear how he was a man of passion, a gigolo, I fear. One dark night after too much ale, he did strike a wench that he was kissing. That drunkard of a man, so the tale goes, left the inn for home, only to go a-missing. No bones to find, no bloody trail. The search it was to no avail. They arrested the wench to investigate, but the trail was cold, said the magistrate. The sergeant's wife wore widow's weeds for 5 months and then 1, but some named her the Merry Widow for her inappropriate sense of fun. A flick of pink beneath her hem had people speculating once again. Some say that fateful eve she ran through the woods as if to lead her vile husband, the drunken fool, to the pit where his blood did pool. The wolf pit, long since filled in, was opened by that sergeant's wife. 'Tis said some dark foggy nights you can still hear her cackle. In that place where England's last wolf fell, when it bared its teeth and raised its hackle, it said both man and beast had lost their final battle.
And now praise silence while I propose a toast. A special Christmas blessing to my son, young Sir James Lavelle, and his beautiful bride-to-be, Lady Matilda, to be married tomorrow on Christmas Day. My blessings on the happy couple, my son and my daughter-to-be, James and Matilda.
James and Matilda.
And now, my son James, let's all hear a speech from you.
Thank you, everybody, and a special thank you to the retainers who have decorated Hemmingham Castle with mistletoe for the special day. Here at Hemmingham Castle, we have always been famous for the splendour and gaiety of Christmas, and I have never seen Hemmingham Castle as it is so beautiful this Christmas. But even the beauty of the castle is as nothing compared with the beauty of my betrothed, Matilda. Here she is, resplendent in the wedding gown, specially embroidered for our wedding tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow will be a day of legend. It is still Christmas Eve and the night is young. So what shall we do to while away the hours as we wait the special day tomorrow? I propose that we all have a dance.
My love, I have a suggestion. Look at all the little children around here. I don't think they are really going to enjoy a stately formal dance. While the children are awake, let's do something else. A game, a play, an entertainment. Let's have a game of hide and seek. See who can find the best hiding place. Baron, Lovell and James, you wait here and count to 100. Everybody can find a place to hide, and the last person to be found will be crowned King or Queen of Christmas. Does everybody think that's a good idea? Now let's begin, and as a special prize, whoever finds me, I will give them a kiss under the mistletoe. And here I am in the northern tower in the side room. I could hide here, but whereabouts? If I just wait here, they're all bound to find me right away. That great chest over there in the corner. Yes, it's just the right size. I can shelter myself away in that. It's even wearing my wedding gown. That chest will be large enough to fit me and my fine embroidered dress. Oh, what a heavy lid. Now, if I lie down here, I can pull the lid back over me.
"98, 99, 100. Come on, James, let's see who we can find." Out of the hall and along the passageway. Why, look at that tapestry. I saw the servants hang that tapestry on the wall this morning, and there certainly wasn't that bump behind it then. Old Claude Crookshank, the butler. Come along, Claude. We've got a lot of searching to do.
Well, is everybody here? Well then, I can't understand it. You are all here apart from my beautiful sweetheart Matilda. Hasn't anybody seen her?
Hello, Glenn. I was expecting you. I'm Alice, the housekeeper of Hemmingham Castle. My family have worked at Hemmingham Castle for many years. So, Glenn, you've come here as our new footman.
Oh, yes, I'm looking forward to starting work here, even if it is Christmas Eve. I suppose I'm going to have to work extra hard. And with Christmas coming tomorrow, I suppose everyone must be run off their feet here today.
No, we never celebrate Christmas here any longer. The old Baron has strictly forbidden it. We're never to celebrate Christmas here.
What a miserable, unpleasant thing to do. Why ever is that?
Oh, it's a very sad story. You see, many years ago, when old Sir James was young, he was going to get married on Christmas Day to Lady Matilda. Everybody said what a lovely, beautiful person she was. But on Christmas Eve, they played a game of hide and seek in the castle. Lady Matilda ran away to hide, and she was never seen again. Oh, look, here's the old Baron now. Quick, give him a curtsy. Oh, I mean a bow.
Housekeeper, you know what day tomorrow is going to be, and I hope you've told the servants not to do anything to celebrate Christmas. This is the saddest day of the year for me when I remember my beautiful Matilda, how happy we were going to be, and then she disappeared. She left me never to be seen again. And now I have a task for you. Today I found these old clothes. They were going to be my wedding suit on my wedding day. Well, I don't want to see anything that will remind me of that sad day. please take them away and store them somewhere safe.
Well, Glenn, this can be your first task at Hemmingham Castle. Store Sir James's clothes away. Off you go.
Well, this old castle is an absolute maze. I really am completely lost. Hey, what's this door here? I'll go in my room. But what's that over there? That old chest. Maybe I could store these old clothes in here. But what's this in here? A skeleton? And wearing a beautiful dress?
Oh, at last! Have you come to take me to the wedding? I have been so lonely, waiting for James, my love, to come for me.
Oh no! Help! Who are you?
I am Matilda. I was going to marry my love on Christmas Day, and I have waited so long for our wedding. I asked James come to find me. I've waited for James so long. Is it Christmas Day yet? I was looking forward to celebrating Christmas Day.
But the housekeeper said that we don't celebrate Christmas Day. She said the old Baron had forbidden everybody to celebrate Christmas.
Christmas Day was going to be our wedding day.
Oh, help! Let me out of here! Help! Help, Alice! Alice, help! It was horrible.
Not now, Glenn. You can't speak to me now. I'm talking to old Sir James.
Oh dear, but the poor lad is obviously upset. Tell me, my boy, whatever is the matter?
I've just seen a ghost. She said her name was Matilda.
Matilda? Where did you see this ghost?
In a chamber at the other end of the castle.
Quick, show me where it is.
It's in here. Do you see that chest there? I opened the lid and there was this skeleton inside in a beautiful white gown.
Can it really be? Let me see. Can it be?
Oh, man, who are you? You are old and weathered. Somehow you look familiar.
Do you remember me, James, your love? We were going to be married on Christmas Day, and now,
Sir James, let me help. Oh no, it's too late. The old man has died. But at least now he will be back with his beloved bride.